Look what I found when they're prepping the cooking demonstration. It's a spider! Yay! Today's episode of In the Kitchen with Laura is a little different because I'm not going to be doing the cooking. Today I'm going to focus on some of the volunteer reenactors who do the cooking for the traditional crafts area at Pepin. A couple of them have put together a Laura display for this year, and I think that you'll enjoy it.
Hello, my name is Nancy, and I'm here with my sister Janet as we are demonstrating how to cook on an open fire for Laura Engel's Wilder Days here in Pepin, Wisconsin. We've brought with us vessels and tools that Ma Engels describes or that Laura talks about her mother having in the various places that they lived, some of which would have been used when there was no stove, and some of which would have been used when she did have a stove in her home. We read through much of the cookbook and Farmer Boy, which list the kinds of devices that Ma Engels would have used to fix meals for the Engels family. I've brought as many of those pieces as I have personally to show people what they are and what their names are, because most people would not recognize them by the name if you just said which one is the firkin. They wouldn't know what that is. What's the piggin? I have examples of both of those, and the spider, and the baking kettle, which most people will recognize it when they see it, but they don't recognize it by the name that Ma gave it. The first thing is a spider. This is a spider, and the reason it's called that is that the frying pan has its own legs. This keeps the frying pan up above the fire. You would use this on an open fire or on a hearth. If Laura's mom has a stove, this is the type of frying pan that she would use. See, there's no legs to it.
See how white they are right now?
Laura's mom also had a bake kettle. This is a bake kettle. This is what they were called in the 18th century, and she obviously is still calling it a bake kettle in the 1870s. This is like an oven if you didn't have one in your stove. You put whatever you want to bake inside on a little trivet, put the lid on, put coals underneath. This also has feet. Put coals on top, and it will heat the inside and bake whatever's in there. One of the other items that was mentioned in the cookbook and in Farmer Boy is a firkin. This is a firkin. I want to show you a pail because they have two different functions. Here's your pail without...
Yeah, it's sitting on a trivet.
It's sitting on a trivet. A pail is going to hold liquid. A firkin is going to carry dry goods. So this might be what you would use to feed your horse with, or to pass out feed for your animals. So that's a firkin. The next thing I have here is a piggin. There is mention of a piggin in the stories. This is a small one. They come in various sizes. This hangs from the hole here on the wall or off your table or whatever. When you're cooking and you have skins or leftover food, scraps that can't be eaten, you put them in the piggin and take it out to either your chickens or your pigs to consume. This is a noggin. There is mention of noggins in the stories. This is a very, very important tool because if you have food to eat, you're going to put it in here and eat it out of this. If you have something to drink or need to drink, you're going to use this to drink out of. You also can use a noggin to collect things, such as if you come across a patch of wild strawberries or blueberries or any kind of a berry, you can haul it. The nice thing about this is that you hang it from a cord off your belt. Doesn't take up a lot of room, but it's a very, very important device if you're traveling. And it's helpful around the house when you are you have little things that you need to put somewhere. The noggins work really well for that too. This is a very large trivet. If I were outside and I didn't have a spider, I would use this to put my fry pan on to be able to cook on a fire. This is strictly for use with a fire outside or in a hearth. You wouldn't use one of these if your mom had a stove. And that is all of the vessels that I brought with me today to share with the many folks here that have an interest in Laura Engels.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of In the Kitchen with Laura, even if it was a little different. And I want to remind you to find us all around the web. Check back here for more In the Kitchen with Laura videos, and check the blog for In the Kitchen with Laura posts. And remember, that's one of my favorite programs that you can have me come and give. Also, look all around the web for us on Trundlebed Tales, whether you're looking for a podcast on Blog Talk Radio or Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. And no matter where you are, remember, click the bell and subscribe.